There we go. I'm going to record from here on out and continue with this card. So I'm stamping with the Versamark ink, and I'm going to just heat emboss them with white. Okay, I keep flipping my card over because it's kind of dirty. I've been hanging on to it all day. And I think I'm gonna have to hire somebody like full time to be my assistant because I'm really loving that Chris is here because she's like handing me my supplies. It's like having your own camera crew. Make sure you do that embossing buddy. This is kind of a little bit more grungy kind of card, so it's not the end of the world if you know, it doesn't totally come off. But go ahead and stamp this in the bottom, and you're gonna do all of the stamping. You can just do all the stamping. It'll stay wet enough. And I'm doing this across like this because I kind of think that's where your like waves are splattering. Then kind of off to the side, thanks. White. Sprinkle your white embossing powder. I just use a little Tupperware to keep mine in. That way it's handy, and I tell you, my 6-year-old, almost 7, Abby will be 7 on Saturday, we're doing a spa birthday. Abby loves to heat emboss, and having them in these Tupperwares is really just a great way for her to be able to do that, so without making a huge mess in my house. So I'm gonna try to heat emboss this real quick. Hopefully the volume doesn't kill you. It's actually not bad. I can kind of talk over it and you can see me heat embossing. So you're going to do the white first and get that all set and dried. And if you don't do much heat embossing, just be careful. There's a lot on this page, so the heat gun is going to really warm up. So after a while, it'll just go zip, zip, zip. Everything's done, and then that way we'll start our color blending. Looks good. I always tell Abby, make sure you get it all because she'll help me, and then I'll have spots on here that are not even heat embossed. So do you guys like heat embossing, or are you more like you just don't do it very often? Do tell, because I've been doing a lot more heat embossing lately because I feel like it's just more of an impressive card. So I'm using Bermuda Bay and Crumb Cake, and honestly I was going to try to just incorporate a lot of the new colors, but I really just love these colors, and it really was more of my beach theme. So I'm going to get this out of here. Remember, these mats are great when you're using photopolymer stamps. I am just starting from the edge. Now, when you add color like this, you just want to kind of remember to start moving it and start it off to the side. And that way you can kind of control it and you don't get like big globs of color. So, and what I kind of did intentionally on this is I left a little bit right here along the middle white. So as you kind of come up, towards that line, I'm going at a diagonal right here. So I'm gonna just add a little bit more in this bottom corner to help that white pop. And then remember, you can also grab a paper towel and clean that off. It'll shine that white right up. And then just for ease of coloring, I'm going to switch and flip it around, and my Bermuda Bay is going to come from this side. This is quite a bit darker color, so make sure you start off to the side a little bit and then like warm up to your card. I'm using sponges on this card, and on the next card I'm using a dauber. And I will tell you, the daubers are a little bit smoother So because this is a larger area, I don't mind if I have to work a little bit harder to spread the color evenly. I have a lot more room to work with. So we do have about 20 people that signed up, so yay, that's kind of fun. I did have a limit because of the live broadcasting. Kind of what happens is everybody that comes to the site has a certain like amount of bandwidth. I don't really understand it. I just I just do what they tell me to do. But so I could only have 25 people on before I had to upgrade to like the next plan. So definitely next time, if you have friends that you want to invite, just make sure that they sign up also, so that we can have the right amount, so that I can have the right amount of bandwidth or whatever I need. So that is actually about it for that card. It really comes together nicely. You do just want to kind of take and clean off some of that white. It'll make it pop, and then you can put it on your card base. Now, I've kind of noticed a trend. I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but the popular size of kind of a card front now is like a little bit more sleek and narrow. So the dimensions I put on your PDF that I sent you today, this is actually like 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So you're looking at just like a little bit larger than your normal like 4 by 5 1/4 mat. So I don't know, I think it just makes more of like a sleek kind of look. So that's what I'm doing for this one. It does really make you get your thing in nice and tight like that. But there you go. So thank you for sitting through that one and for all the technical difficulties. Do you like it? Love it? Want some more of it? Just kidding. I'm really not a country person, but I think that's like from my high school. I'm going to set these aside and move on to the next card. Do you guys think I should do the door prize now, or should I like wait till the end? I'm gonna see if I can get some voting on that while I get the next card set up. I decided I was going to give away like a small pack of embellishments for today. And I'm going to kind of build. So next time it'll be like a stamp set with some embellishments, and then the final one we will do grand prize style and send something big out to you. So let me know if you think I should do door prize now, or if you are happy to wait because you're not going anywhere. All right. I don't know if I see a delay or if it's just you. Mary Jo, you're so, yeah. All right. We are using some new colors in this next card, which is so fitting because it's a watermelon, and Watermelon Wonder is, I think this is my favorite card, or my favorite color. Don't you think, Chris, this is like the perfect combination between like pinks and corals, and I don't know, what do you guys think? You think it's like perfect? I love it. So this is the Watermelon Wonder, and I always recommend getting the pack of colors that go together. So you have, 5 pieces of cardstock from each one. From each one of the end colors. So I think we're going to wait. I don't know if you guys are all going to chime in on that one or if we're just going to wait. Okay. There quite possibly could be a delay. So I think I'm just going to move forward, and I will do the next card because I have a couple things to cut on the big shot. Lydia, you can still win. I will email out the winner. So I will email out the winners, and I will also copy everybody so you know who won. Hold on. We have, I was wondering if that would lock out. Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do the door prize at the end. I decided I'm just going to keep moving. And so let me just tell you about the construction of the watermelon, okay? I'm going to suggest that you make the entire watermelon circle, okay? Because you can cut it in half, you can cut it into 6, you can make like 4 cards with just the work that you're doing to make the one watermelon. So I'm going to show you how to make the whole watermelon, and then you can cut it up as you would like, okay? So the first one I'm going to do is going to just be the largest circle. And go ahead and just run it in. The largest circle before you get to the scallop. Okay, so you're going to get that one, and then the next one you're going to do is going to be the largest circle, and not the next size, but 2 sizes down. That must be a smaller piece of cardstock. Oh, I think that was my liner. All right. It's fine. I'm just going to do a partial watermelon, but you'll know, you just cut your, I think I cut these down, so I'm going to just go with that. So just pretend I'm doing half. You can't even see it all the way on the camera anyway. So you're going to skip one, so that 3 of them would fit on here, but it's the largest and then 2 down. And you're going to do that out of white, and that's going to be the rind. I have a little rind here, and you'll be able to see that better as we put the watermelon together. Okay, then the last one that we're doing is going to be the largest one and then the second largest. And we're just making a thin, I'll show you on here. We're just making that thin circle frame. Okay, so go ahead and run those through. I had all these things written down on my notes, but when I rebooted my computer, I lost that file, so we're just going with it. So you see that ring that I took off, so that's kind of fun. So this will be 1, and then the largest circle will be the base for your watermelon. We're going to color that one, and then the next one will go under like that. Okay, so let me get my big shot out of the way, and we will color. Thanks. Grab our Watermelon Wonder ink, and I'm doing a dabber this time, just to kind of show you the difference, and also to get a little bit smoother coloring. Actually, you can really get smooth coloring with both, but that's what I'm using. I'm going to set that off to the side so you kind of know what we're going for. I wanted the watermelon to be darker in the center. So as I got closer to the edges, I made it a little bit lighter. So I'm going to actually start this one in the middle and kind of work my way out.
While you're doing that, there's some comments about them not liking Dijon when you asked about the colors.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I love macaroon. I'm not thrilled about Dijon. Like, do we really need another yellow? Too many yellows. But the thing I do like about the Dijon is that it is a really rich color. Like, I did a video last week with rich raspberry, and you could really tell all the different colors that are in that color. So Dijon is one of those that it's a really rich color, and I think it'll be great as we go into fall. It's not really a summer color, but I love the mint macaron. Is that how you guys say it? Because that's how, like, Patty or whoever did that live feed, Thurber, that her name? Bonnie Thurber, who's now Bonnie. Sorry, we're talking Stampin' Up people. So as you get towards the outside, I'm just kind of blending a little bit faster and just like getting the ink lighter as we go. So remember, I'm going to grab our other pieces. So remember, you're going to kind of go like that. So you can even stop as you get near the outside edge. So I'm going to add more color on the inside because I wanted those ends to be nice and rich and full of color. I didn't know. I wanted to check to see how we were doing on time. Okay. All right. We're doing a lot of this technique tonight. I thought it'd be good to kind of focus on like one kind of tool or technique. I'm definitely going to get some stencils out later in the stamp along. All right, so I'm going to stop there as my dabber rolls away, and then switch this back to my other. Thank you. Okay, so I've got my paper trimmer here too, and I was going to just show you how I cut this up. Thanks. I don't know if you guys know, I always use the rotary trimmer on this. It has like the circle, and it's just, I think it's a better blade altogether. So what you can do is you can glue these pieces together. I'm just gonna cut it in half. So line them all up, stack them all up, because my one half is a little bit wonky. And I'm just gonna cut this whole group of stuff in half. So I'm going to turn it so that I get this, I like this side over here. Turn it and just cut all three together. So if you want to use this for another slice of watermelon, you can. Originally on this card I had the watermelon all put together, so you can keep it like this or you can cut it, whatever you would like to do. I'm going to kind of just keep that handy because I'll use that again to cut. And then I'll show you one of the fun things. I sort of was playing with the seeds here. Now I know you guys know a lot of ways to punch seeds out. The new, what's that called? The Sprinkles of Love punch. Or Sprinkles of Life punch. Has a tree and a bunch of little pieces, and one of these actually is cut from that. But then I realized that our fabulous stamp set, Endless Thanks, has something that looks exactly like a little seed. So I'm actually using that today. So that's what we're going to use. You can see it right here, the little seed from the Endless Thanks. And then this You're the Best, I'm going to stamp with Tuxedo Black onto my liner before I put that on. So again, grabbing that mat because we're using a photopolymer stamp, and my Tuxedo Black. So ink it up. You know, these watercolor words are a little bit variegated, so don't be dismayed if it looks a little bit uneven, because that is really how it's intended. So go ahead and ink it up, and then if you want to kind of place, I am going to glue this watermelon together at some point, I promise. If you want to kind of like place that down here where you want it to go, and then stamp this. I liked it like that. I might do another one like this just because I always like to change it up a little bit when I'm making multiples of a card. Let it stamp. There we go. And I really love the stamp set. Is anyone else loving it? Yeah, definitely get the papers. I always get the reinkers now when I order the ink because I do so many other techniques with the ink. Oh, I put my ink back, but let me show you this cute little, it looks like a teardrop, but it's watermelon seed today. So just ink it up, and then I don't even know how many. I think I'm going to leave mine all as one slice of watermelon. So I'm just going to put a couple little seeds. I almost have to look above to see where I'm lining up because I can't see.
It's cute like that.
Yeah, so,
I do have one person who loves the Dijon. She waited.
oh, well, I love fall, so I think I'm going to love when that Dijon hits my fall leaves stamps, which you'll want to tune in for the next stamp along. I did publish the dates today. It'll be, I have to remember, I think it's August 2nd through 8th. So, and you're definitely going to see some of the fall stuff in that. I am going to use my watermelon as the card base. So I'm not going to glue that on right now. I think I'm going to take a minute and draw our door prize. Let's see. I got to try to think about if I've missed anything. I'm going to leave that there. And I'll get my other card back. Put that there. I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to stop the recording and then not stop the recording.